Hi, I'm Tova, and welcome back once again to my kitchen, featured on www.diabeticsurvivalkit.com. Tonight I have a great entree for you. It's a chicken marsala. So here's what you need to get started. First, you need 1 1/4 pounds of boneless chicken breasts, a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of safflower oil, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of masala wine or dry sherry, a dash each of white pepper, basil, and oregano, and you also need 1/2 pound of sliced mushrooms. You also need a plate, a spatula, and a non-stick cooking pan. This recipe is from the brain of Fred Arshoff, and we thank him very much for letting us make this video, and we present this video proudly in partnership with favehealthyrecipes.com. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is get our coating ready. So we take our flour, and we're going to mix this by hand on the plate with a dash of white pepper, a dash of basil, and a dash of oregano. And we're just going to mix this pretty quickly. We don't have to worry about it getting perfect. Alright, that's the first step. Now that our coating is prepared, it's time to prepare our pan. So we're going to turn on our heat, and we're going to add the butter and the safflower oil, and we're just going to give this a little time to heat up. Once the butter melts, we're really ready to start cooking. So we're going to take our chicken. These are cutlets, which I have washed and dried. We're going to coat both sides, and then we're going to pop them into the pan, as many as you can fit into the pan, or if you want to get multiple pans going with the same ingredients, that's fine too. Just make sure that you're spreading the oil and not just adding extra oil and butter in terms of the nutrition facts. So I'm going to fit 3, maybe 4 in here, and we're going to cook these, because these are thin, about 4 minutes per side, so 4 minutes, then flip, then another 4 minutes, but if you have thicker pieces, you may have to cook them longer. So once you have all of your chicken in, and then you flip them, you're going to make sure that you save the flour, because we're going to need it later. So I will see you when we're ready to flip. It's been about 3 minutes, and as you can see by looking at the chicken, it's starting to turn white on the sides here, which means that it's ready to flip. So just to show you what this looks like on the other side at this point, it's nice and golden brown, exactly what we want it to look like. Just keep in mind that different thicknesses of chicken will cook at different speeds. So like for example, this one I'm going to make sure to leave it a little longer because it's so much thicker, but I think it's ready to flip now. There we go. So I'm going to let these continue cooking until this side is done. Then I will add the rest of my chicken with the same process, and then I'll show you what's next. The chicken finished cooking, and I put it on a separate plate. Make sure that you do not replace it back onto the plate that it was on when it was raw. We're going to set the chicken aside for now, and now we're going to add back into the pan, along with the leftover oil and butter, the sherry, the mushrooms. Oh, that smells so good. And the leftover flour from the coating. And we're also going to stir this fairly frequently to make sure that the flour doesn't get stuck to the bottom. And I also turned the stove to very, very low heat before I added the wine for obvious reasons, which I just demonstrated for you. So we're going to cook this for a few minutes, and then I will show you what's next. It's been 5 minutes of simmering, and our sauce has thickened, and the mushrooms have reduced in size enough, so we're ready for our final step, which is to take the chicken, replace it back into the pan, maneuver the chicken in the pan so that every piece is touching the sauce, and we're going to simmer this on low for about 5 more minutes, just until all of those flavors get really integrated with the chicken. Here's what our chicken masala looks like when it is ready to eat. So here's the nutritional information that you need to know about this dish. This plate of food represents 4 servings, and each one contains the following: 333 calories, 106 milligrams of sodium, 9.1 grams of fat, and also 9.1 grams of carbohydrates, and a whopping 21 grams of protein. So we really love this dish. Thank you so much for tuning in to DiabeticSurvivalKit.com's channel, and from all of us to all of you, here's to a happier and healthier you. Bye!